Yeah, for the Rose Bowl. I mean, going into it, we knew like what Bama was. You know, everybody's talking about the O-line and the quarterback that can really get out there and move around. So our game plan was just kind of go in there, trying to attack the offensive line the best way we can. So that was like bringing a twist, showing them fronts that they haven't seen before, and then getting in Jalen Milroe's face. So that was kind of what we planned on doing, and we executed it. And then as a defense, we ended up holding where we wanted to be. We definitely brought out some new stuff, but some of it we did before. But you always got to bring a little extra stuff to the bigger game. So for sure.
Braiden, how do you think Jim Harbaugh is going to do in the NFL?
I think he's going to do great. I mean, you've seen before when he was there. Went to the Super Bowl. He's always told us that was his dream: go back to the Super Bowl, win a Super Bowl. So I'm excited to see what he does. He's got a great squad over there. So brought a good coaching staff with him. So I mean, I can't wait to see what he does.
How did Jeffy Minter make a good impression on you?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Mint's the man. I mean, from day one when he got there, he was like transparent with everybody. That's a big thing in like college football. Like you don't really get transparency all the time with coaches, but he came in, he told us how it was. You keep it real with all of us in the whole defense meeting rooms. So I think that was a big thing just for trust. And then once you got the trust from all of us right away, I think we just we all went out there to play for him, and I think guys in the league are going to do the exact same thing. So excited for him.
Do you have a favorite Harbaugh-ism, like a favorite quote or anything?
I would say what's good for the bee is good for the hive. So he kept saying that this year because we rotate a lot on defense, offense. There's a lot of weapons. So he would just tell everybody that what's good for the bee is good for the hive. And then I think we live by that, So that's something that I love that he said.
I love it. I was just saying, what was Mike McDonald like the year he was a defensive coordinator for you guys?
Yeah, Coach Mack, he brought the energy. He was a coach that came in and brought like a whole different swagger than what we had before. Coach Brown, he ran a little bit of a different, more of a college style, defense. And then Coach McDonald came in and brought like an NFL style. So I think Coach McDonald, he just prepares us, he prepared us in the best way possible to play games. So I think, seeing him as a head coach now, I'm so excited for him.
Obviously, you finished at the top of college football, but over your time in your college career, what were you most proud of individually?
Individually, I would say my performance in the Rose Bowl. That's just such a historic game for Michigan. And then being able to go there and, Coach Herb, our strength coach, was telling us the night before the game that he had 2 sacks in the game. And so, being able to go out there and have 2. And he said, I couldn't beat his record, but I was right there with him. So that was probably my favorite moment.
You remember the 10-play bucket you used this week?
Not yet, no.
Who are the teams you have that would so important?
Shoot. Arizona, Miami, the Giants, Washington, the Chargers. Sat down with them real quick just to say what's up. I met with a lot of teams, kind of going quick, so you don't really, remember everybody.
You mentioned Coach Herb, now in LA.
Yeah.
What can people expect from him?
Yeah. So I think the number one thing to expect from Coach Herb is just the intensity and the same guy every single day. That was his big thing just the whole time he was there is, you never knew what was going on in his life. And that's the way he kept it. He was so professional that he came in, would give you his all from the hours he was there. So I think just guys that, are going to have the chance to be coached by him, expect the coach is going to coach you hard. He really focuses on the little muscles, which was a big deal for us because it kept you from not getting injured, not getting hurt, not missing time. So I think that'll be a big thing for guys in the league, be able to stay on the field and get paid. I think they did a great job with hiring Coach Moore. I think that was the number one thing is make sure we get the right guy. And that whole locker room, everybody, loves Coach Moore. So now that they got him, I think, it's just up from here. They have all the tools on defense. The offense is reloading. A lot of young guys that have been itching to get their chance. So I think this year, I think we're still on the up and coming. Even at the top of the college football last year, I think they still have a good opportunity this year too. Sorry, what'd you say? Yeah. Right. I've talked to a couple guys that are still there that were younger. They spoke really highly of him as well. They're just excited. I think all these guys that came back or have an opportunity now with 18 of us, 19, 20 of us leaving right now, they're just excited. So I think keeping that kind of same scheme is a big deal, because when I was there, I had 3 different DCs, so it was a little difficult. You feel like you start getting a groove, then a new one comes in, then you try to keep it somewhat the same. So I think from my sophomore to junior year, when we went from Coach McDonald to Coach Minner, I think that was like the best year, just because you get in the off season, you kind of know what to expect, know your playbook. So I think that's just something big.
What's it been like through this process with 18 of you getting invites? How's that?
It feels like Schembecker Hall around here. Everywhere I look, to my right, I got Jalen. I see Blake all the time. I think the O-line gets in today. Saw AJ. You see everybody that, was down training. You haven't seen him for, 4 or 5 weeks, and then you get to see him again. So it's awesome. Everybody keeps saying, dang, you guys roll deep. So, that's Coach Herb saying. So it's pretty cool.
For you.
The rotation, you guys don't have all these big numbers too. Do NFL teams talk to you about that?
Yeah, the numbers don't lie. Like, you can go out there and you can look at how many snaps we played. Did we play into a fourth quarter until, Penn State? So, just that stuff that, the teams know. Like, they know all the answers. Like, they'll just ask you to see the way you feel about it. So just being transparent, telling them, I could have went somewhere and had 10 sacks and, got all the accolades you wanted, but at the end of the day, I did what was best for the team, being a part of a rotation. And that showed at the end of the Bama game when, we rotated D-line so much. And then you go in there and you have both the edge guys be able to collapse, both the tackles and make the play with their body. So, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter where you get drafted, what round. It just matters, how you stay. So that's the big thing for me.
This is just getting started. When you look at all this and how players are involved in this week, how do you kind of describe it?
Yeah, expect unexpected. You get a layout of a schedule every day, but you never really know what's going to happen. You could have a formal interview, an informal. You could be running the one day, and the next day you're like, okay, I'm not going to run. So I just think being the most prepared that you can be, and then just getting with the right people, staying around your group, not wandering off by yourself. So I think it's pretty easy this week, staying on top of everything and being in the right place.
You've had a lot of dream experiences in Michigan. Is this kind of another dream come true, getting a chance to be here?
Yeah, for sure. I think every football player grows up watching the Combine, watching the Senior Bowl, watching all these big games. So being able to go through the process of Rose Bowl, Natty, Senior Bowl, now here. It's just all this past year has been a dream come true. So really excited for the opportunity I have.
What people here don't know about you as a
Just what type of guy I am. I'm a very selfish guy. I don't really need to be the spotlight of anything. At Michigan, we had so many guys that were so good that, it doesn't really matter for me if I'm the spotlight or if I'm the guy over in the corner not getting, any interviews. So at the end of the day, I just want them to know that I'm coming here to play ball. I'm not coming here to, be a social media influencer or anything like that. So that's just something big.
What makes a Michigan defensive line? Like we just talked about, maybe you guys don't have all the numbers there.
Right.
But the years would show.
Yeah, exactly. I think the big thing is just you have so much depth there every year you go. Whether, when I came in, I had Quiddy, Aiden, Jabo, Jalen, Mike Morris. So I think just Michigan, when you come in, you got to know you have to compete. I think it prepares you really well for the league because, you're going to get in there and you're going to have guys that are, vets and first rounders, all this that, you're going to have to compete with. So I think just being a Michigan, defensive lineman is come in, just work every single day. Don't really, stress about anything. Just know that when you get your chance, you better show out. So all the work behind the scene is really what you have to focus on.
Even though you went through all those DCs, you think that's sort of a common theme that's run throughout you guys?
Yeah, if Michigan keeps the way that we're doing, we're just going to have coaches getting sent to league every year. So I think just everybody, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to play for Michigan. We had the best head coach last year, best head coach this year. Defensive staff's great. You can just see, we had 18 of us here at record. So I think just being able to continue that is something big for all the recruits and everybody going to Michigan now.
And more for me, a lot of those coaches you were talking about, how you think Jim's going to do so well in LA because he's got essentially the entire staff with him. What were your thoughts about that? Maybe there's mixed emotions, maybe? I don't know.
I was happy. With leaving, you kind of look at it more as like a like a business now. So being able to see like the coaches that you were there with get to the league, or like a Coach Elston that recruited me to Notre Dame, then came to Michigan for my past 2 years, and then now he's here, and being able to talk to him, it's just, it just shows how small the football community is, and how, everybody's dream is to play in the league and win a Super Bowl, whether you're going to play, whether you're going to coach. So when all these coaches get an opportunity, like even Coach Roney, that was our guy. So seeing him down here, it's just, you're so happy for everybody. You just keep hoping everybody keeps going like that. So just excited.
This move make it all understandable? Was it understandable because of what you guys dealt with during the season? That you won a national title, and it's a great way to leave, and then also, I don't have to deal with a lot of this anymore.
Yeah, I think that might have had something to do with a little bit, but I know Coach Harbaugh, he was so transparent with us. I think it was my sophomore year when he was deciding if he was going to go back to league or not. He just said, my dream is to win a Super Bowl. If I get the opportunity to go back, I'm going to go. So I don't think it went into this year of the suspensions or all that. I think it's more of just, that's his dream. He saw his brother do it. I think he must have won up his brother. So I think, that's just his goal, just get there and win a Super Bowl. So.
Did your mom give him a haircut during his visit?
How'd you hear about this? Yeah, so my in-home visit, so it was my senior year. So my mom's a hairstylist. He came in and, we were sitting on the couch watching TV and just kind of hanging out. Then he just looked at my mom out of nowhere and was like, "You got your hair stuff here?" She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Can you give me a haircut?" Okay. So in-home visit, I'm sitting on the couch, look over, my mom's just cutting his hair. So, it was funny. I don't really think a lot of people have stories like that. So it just shows what kind of guy he is. He's just down to earth, doesn't really care about the name. He's just there to work and there to be the guy he is.
What was it like
Watching it was weird. I have a video of it. Just my mom was like, I know she was nervous because, it's Coach Harbaugh. He's going to be on TV the next week, so you kind of had to not – he's going to throw the hat on, but at the same time, I don't know. She was excited. He still asked me about it every once in a while. He'd be like, "Your mom's still cutting?" I'm like, "Yeah." So, it was just funny. Just, made me feel like I made the right decision out of high school to go there.
When it comes to the NFL, when watching it, whose defensive scheme would you say is most complete?
I would say any of the people that stem from Baltimore. That's what we ran. I think, when you get a chance to be able to sit there and look at like a Sunday game, you see Baltimore play. They're running a lot of the same stuff we are. This year, the Chargers going to run probably similar. Seattle's probably going to run similar. So just kind of seeing that exotic type of stuff of, they might bring a hot pressure where it's bringing 6 guys, or simulators where you're dropping one, bringing one. It's not just a basic vanilla defense. So I think just anybody that stems from Baltimore, has really good defense. So.
Why do you think that defense?
I just think it's hard to plan for. You got edge guys that, like when we had Mike Morris, who's 290 on the edge, and he was dropping into coverage. So you don't really expect that. So as quarterback, seeing 5 guys up on the line and you're dropping one, bringing one, opposite, you just don't really know what to expect for. Especially with Coach Minner, he would really disguise a lot of our coverages. So it looked like cover 1 and end up being cover 2, or vice versa. So I just think that's really hard to prepare. You can prepare as much as you want, but at the end of the day, we'll go out there and show you a look, and then post snap, it'll be a totally different look. So I just don't think you can prepare for it. Yeah, Coach Matt came in and he was just ready to go right away. Brought the whole new defense in, kind of developed us into it. I thought he had a great coaching staff when Coach McDonald was here. And then when he left, we were all kind of like, all right, we hope they bring in someone similar. And then when we got Coach Minner, we were like, man, it's like kind of a carbon copy. Like, you just bring in another guy that brings the juice, good dude. It was just a really easy transition. Yeah, right. I would think it was the coverage. I think Coach McDonald, he came in and he was only there for a year, so you don't really know all his tools that he was going to bring in, all the changes. But Coach McDonald would bring in I remember, Michigan State. We all know about that game my sophomore year, but we were running it was called a diesel front, so we had 6 guys on the line of scrimmage. So just doing little things like that, you never know what Coach Mack would do. And then when Coach Minner came in, he brought the same kind of energy. I guess he kind of changed the coverages a little bit, like I was saying, the disguises a little bit more. I think we disguised pretty much every play. And then I think our versatility up front is really what Coach Minner like keyed in on. Of I could go in and move to a 3, then you could bring in another edge guy, and then we had our D tackles that you could move all around too. So I just think with the players we had, we just had a lot of versatility.
Braiden, I read you guys did a Georgia period of practice. What's the reason for that? They weren't on the schedule?
Yeah, I mean, my sophomore year we started the Beat Ohio drill, so that was a big thing. It's a downhill run. So like the 1s will get 4 plays, 2s will get 4 plays, and you start on the 25 and it's the red zone in. It's just the 7 up front versus the offense. So that was a big deal. I think that really what took us to the next step our sophomore year. And then after that Georgia beat down my sophomore year, we kind of were like, all right, that's the caliber. It's not Ohio State anymore. That's the caliber we need to play with. So when we brought that in, it was mixed downs. You get 3 downs, you get 2 run plays and 1 pass play. So you never know when it's coming. So I think once we got that in, you're not focusing as much on the run. It's way more react and attack. So I think that brought us to the next level too. Yeah. I mean, we wanted to play. I mean, they got us sophomore year, and then we were hoping 2 years ago we got them, and then this year we were hoping too. But I got some friends over there. I got some guys down here that I've met. So we kind of talk about it. But it would have been fun to play on for sure. I met with them at the Senior Bowl. I haven't met with them yet. I think we have more interviews today, but no.
You talked about Ben Herbert a few times, and I think obviously Michigan's got a new district. But what do you know about Justin Tress? What did he bring?
First off, I'm so happy for Coach Tress. When I got there, he was kind of the younger guy. I think he was like the 3rd in line. So it's kind of cool to see. Okay, I went through 4 years. Coach Herb went to the Chargers. Coach Rowe, he went to Purdue, and then now Coach Tress gets the job. It's just so exciting to see what he does because he was the type of guy he was like Coach Herb, and then he would have an off switch, be able to actually hang out with you, kind of understand that. So I'm just excited to see what he does. I know he's got these turn up Saturdays going on right now where the boys are getting lit in the weight room, shirts off, water bottles squirting. So I'm excited when I go back to be able to go in there and be able to see the new staff and see what he's doing. Yeah, I mean, again, we have another deep edge rushing crew right now. You got now they're sophomores. You got all those guys. Then you have Keyshawn Bennett, TJ Guy that are going to make big steps this year, and then Josiah Stewart and Derek Moore. They've been working their butts off since they've been there, especially Derek. I've seen him since freshman year. He's a junior now. Josiah came in. He's just hit the ground running since the day he came in. So really excited for them. I think they all have different personalities, different traits on the field. So again, it's going to be another versatility year of Derek. He's a bigger body. Josiah's a little bit smaller. TJ's athletic. KB's big. So and then you got Cam Brandt. Eno, Kumba. It's a deep room. So you kind of just expect going into the off season. This spring ball is going to be a big competition. It's going to be a chance to reset yourself. Start over. Especially for guys, that might not have played as much as they wanted to, go in there and just, have a fresh start.
Braiden, I think you just talked about that. Can you just talk about Justin Tress and how he's filling massive shoes from Coach Herbert?
Yeah, I know Coach Herb. When a lot of guys left, it was, they were, pretty sad, pretty upset. But I think Coach Tress, bringing him to that spot, just a familiar face, a guy that you trust, a guy that's been around, that knows what Coach Herb did. Not that he's going to mimic him and try to be like Coach Herb, but bring his own twist to it. I'm just excited to see what he'll do for it. I guess Coach Tress is a great dude, so I'm excited for him. Excited to see what he does.
Do you have one trait that sticks out about Coach Tress?
I would say he doesn't care who you are. He's going to push you as hard as you can go. I know he didn't care this year I was a starter or whatever. He would treat me all right, the off season, I was a freshman. He'd make sure every little detail is right. And so that's just been a big thing with Coach Herb is details. So being able to have another guy that can focus on details and be the type of guy that he is, it's going to be exciting to see what he does. Oh, yeah.
So I'm his cousin, actually.
Oh, okay.
He told me to come out.
Yeah. Yeah, I was there my whole freshman year. I had a knee injury, so I spent a lot of time in there with Phil. He's awesome.
What do you guys say about the staff?
I know they've been there for years. Yeah, there's no reason to get rid of them. I think they're the best training staff in college football. I think the medical side, they do a great job, but at the end of the day, like, the people they are in there, like, I like going to the training room just talking. So, like, I think that just shows that, you know, you have a good group when guys that aren't even injured are just hanging out in the training room.
Is there any conversation or background information I might talk to you Phil later here this week? Because he told me just to talk to a couple guys and be able to relay back.
Yeah.
Like, get back on Tim that you might have for that second.
Phil?
Yeah, Phil.
Man.
Come on. I need something.
God dang. I mean, nothing really crazy. I mean, I was always call him Dr. Phil, put him in a headlock or whatever. But yeah, I mean, that's my guy. Like, I mean, we got close because I was in there every single day for, you know, a year and a half, 2 years. So, I mean, that's just my guy. Like, I'm really close to them. Yeah, it's kind of been a mix. You know, I mean, I could gain 10 pounds to play, you know, a 4-3. I can lose 10 pounds. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really think the weight's going to matter for me. I mean, I played 3-tech at 260 this year. So, I don't know. Some teams have me as a 3-4 outside linebacker, a 4-3 DN. I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't really care what I play. I just want to, you know, get there and be able to do what's best for the team, be able to get on the field. For sure, yeah. Yeah, I think that's what Michigan, like, you know, set me up for, being able to be versatile. Like I said, I played a 3 to a 9 this year, dropped into coverage, you know, like even Jalen lined up off ball a couple times. So I just think being able to do that, show teams that you can do other different things, just, you know, is a big thing.
Have you been able to have a conversation with the Steelers at all?
Yeah, I met with the Steelers.
Yeah, outside linebacker coach, correct?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Good conversation.
Yeah, I really liked him. I mean, he was a cool dude. He brought the juice. You know, just talking with him, it was cool. We had some good conversations about football, about, you know, pass rush. You know, he's done a great job with, you know, his outside linebackers, his edge guys he's had there. So.
Did you play with the Wisconsin guy over there, TJ Watt?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know what his record is against Michigan, but I know, you know, I think I'm 1-1 against them. So yeah, it'd be pretty fun.
Last question, please.
How would you feel just playing in the wide 9, putting your hand in the dirt, setting the edge, getting after the quarterback, and have you met with the 49ers?
Yeah, so I think I met with the 49ers at the Senior Bowl. I mean, I played all that in college. So at the end of the day, I don't really care if I play the wide 9 or if I play a tight 5 or hand in the dirt, stand up. I can play all of it. I mean, I did it in high school, did it in college. So I'm just excited, you know, whatever team, you know, wants me, you know, that's the team I'm excited to go to and be able to, you know, give it my all for. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thanks for your time. Thank you.